from love. We're all from the same place.
You're from love.
Part of the planet.
Part of the planet. Number one.
One planet.
One planet. Do you guys know who Russell Kane is?
Yeah.
Do you like him? Do you like him first
Yeah,
off?
he's good.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
We versus Connor?
Yeah.
Thank you. What's your name, man?
Jake.
Nice to meet you, Jake. Nice to meet you. Jake, are you guys into comedy?
Sort of here and there, yeah.
Are you guys into comedy?
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy?
Yes, why not?
Why not? Have you guys heard about Russell Kane?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he's so funny. He'll have you in stitches. And yeah, really entertaining. I think you'll just be laughing throughout the whole show.
Yeah, Russell. Nice to meet you, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
I can't wait to show you around all my favourite places, this being the main one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it, man.
Right, so this is, the way they've done these walls these have not changed for years. These are all photos from before I even started. They're not black and white for arty-farty reasons.
So everybody's dead.
No, well, everyone's died at some point. So that's Lee Evans, one of the greatest UK stand-ups. He won the Perrier Award, our big award.
Lee Evans?
Yeah, 1993. The award everyone wants to win here when they're in Edinburgh is called the Perrier Award, the Edinburgh Comedy Award. It used to be called the Perrier.
Who's the last winner? You know that?
I don't know who won it last year, but I think who won it in 2010. And there's Ben Elton. He wrote a lot of the best TV programmes we ever had. Young Ones, Blackadder, things like that.
Yeah.
The little political comics, they've all gone on to great things. Mark Steele, Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan?
That's Alan Partridge.
All these names are unknown to me.
Do you know Alan Partridge? He's done a lot of movies. A lot of character comics. It's a massive name. So when you're a new comic and you're walking past, it is a bit like a mortal who's been invited to the Greek gods. That's Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Jim Jeffries. He started off at the comedy. So I've seen him bring the mic down to head level to a mum who's offended, going, "Why am I offending it?" And the back of the mic was touching her face. What? And it was crazy.
Oh, shit.
This guy used to drop in and do the odd set. Same face.
Cheers, buddy.
No worries.
Fan.
Yeah. See you later.
Are you doing your rants?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I'm doing a lot of them, but not now.
Look alike.
Oh, that's what I just said. So like a David Schwimmer.
That's my stunt double.
He looks like you,
He's
man.
a stunt double, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Whenever I'm going to get heckled, he stands on stage and takes the abuse. So normally, when you turn up, the audience is already in. There's no back way in. You have to walk past the audience. And when it's a British audience, if it's a Friday, you can smell the booze coming off them. You know the level of challenge. The emotions. You never lose. I've done telly, tours. I've done all sorts of stuff in all different countries, but you never ever forget the emotions of being in here when you're a new comic. You come in on a Friday and the board will have the lineup in and it will just have OS, open spot. So you just sort of sit there like that and you just pray. And this is the toilet I won't even use because it hits my gut so bad.
There's a shower in there too.
It is a shower. I need to clean off after what happened. Whereas like I say, the Americans will be. So how's the family? Oh, hold on, I'll be on. Hold that thought, Brad. And they'll just walk out like that.
What cities are the worst cities in England to do stand-up? Are there a worst?
Do you mean the hardest to crack?
The hardest. Shit. They're not f***ing around, huh? Holy shit, they drive like that.
So they're going to where I just did my set. I dropped a punchline and the roof just caught fire. I'm sorry about that, but that's how I roll. It's probably my cousin Darren just lit up a blunt. It's so fierce. And we've got stop and search issues here. Seriously, we do have stop and search problems. There's a big stop and search problems. So there's a disproportionate amount of young black men stopped and searched all over the UK. What I mean is when they stop doing stop and search, then more people carry knives.
Oh.
So the annoying thing is, it works for it's having the right effect for the wrong reasons.
We read about like the knife problem in London, and the way that people portray it, like I imagine black people walking around with swords and just like
dressed as knights.
Yeah, medieval times, just fighting.
Arriving at KFC on a horse with a night mask.
That's how I envision it. That's how I think it is.
You have offended me, Nate. That's why I'm a comedian. I don't want to solve shit. I just want to take the piss out.
That shit, man.
Have you got a solution? No, but I have got a funny line about it. This is when you first start and you're a fledgling jester. Fucking hell, man. This is where you want to get what's called a paid 20. Your paid 20 is where someone actually gives you money for saying random stuff into a microphone for 20 minutes. It's really hard to get paid 20 here.
I believe so.
The first thing you have to do is fight for a spot on what's called the Gong Show on a Monday. The Gong Show...
I think I heard about that. It's like you have like 2 minutes and you have like this gong.
You have members of the audience who have cards, and if you start talking and go, hey, my name's Jonis, I'm from Norway, they might just put their cards up straight away and go, gong, you could be gonged off within 2 seconds. But if you do well enough and get noticed by someone who manages the club or is promoting the night that night, you might, if you're very lucky, get invited to do a 5-minute open spot, unpaid, on a Thursday night, where you're sandwiched in between 2 veterans with a decade of experience.
But have you bombed proper in UK?
Of course, of course.
And what bomb sticks out the most?
It was a marquee at the back of a pub, about 90 people in it. Nothing, nothing, nothing. You could see the talking side.
How long had you nothing?
Well, it felt like about 10 minutes. It's probably about a minute. You would need Stephen Hawking, R.I.P., to explain how stage time works. It slows like you have been on stage 1 minute, but it feels like an hour because it's like it bends physics.
Exactly.
Anyway, I say I've been on like 3 minutes. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And in that humiliation of dying horribly, the pub's dog, which was a Great Dane, which is a massive breed, walked onto the stage.
A dog?
A dog walked onto the stage, sniffed my nuts, and then walked off again. And that was me finished because...
Did you get more laughter from that dog?
You can't come back from a dog sniffing your nuts.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, get off, you shit, wanker!
Wanker?
Things like that. You can't learn boxing without getting punched in the face.
No. Like, in Norway, people are nice. When you get up on stage, you get an open mic. People like, this guy is new, give it up for this guy.
I bet there's free childcare in reception. When you leave your toddler, if you need healthcare, it's by the bar. The vodka's organic.
When I envision, like, UK comedy outside of London, Brexit supporters with chewing tobacco.
There's a bit of that.
Just pints and be like, it, I might like. That's how I envision it. But are these like London is the hardest place?
But London is just because there's so much here. If you think about the population of London, what is it, 10 million?
12, I think.
What's the population of Norway?
4. 4.5, I think.
So this city has more population than Norway, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland added together.
Do you know who Russell Kane is?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Yeah. And what do you think about his comedy?
Yeah, he just cracks jokes about anything. So we was at the Palace and I think he was just managed to make a joke out of something that was quite serious, but it was still a good look.
Yeah, so I was filming in Norway just last year. So I was with a vegan in this, is it Sami?
Sam, man. A hut, like
I was in a Sami hut, and she's like, I'm vegan, what have we got for dinner? And he pulled out a reindeer's head, like cut off, and started axing it open to cook the eye and stuff like that. And she's like, I can't eat it, I'm vegan. Like, we're going for a translator from in Norwegian. And he went, don't worry, I have something that has no meat in it whatsoever. Do you know what it was? A pancake made of blood. Nice one, Norway. He went, there's no meat in it, is there?
But yeah, live at the Apollo. When was the first time you did that?
2007.
Did you, how was it? Like, how did you get in?
Oh, man. So it's a 4-hour record, and they put you on last in the second show if you're new. So it's the opposite. No one wants to headline because everyone's knackered. See that?
Yeah.
It's a porn star, Ron Jeremy. This street here is a very famous street in London.
Yeah?
It's called Old Compton Street.
Old Compton Street?
It's the gay street.
Oh, unlike the new Compton Street in LA where people are not gay.
No.
Yeah.
So the reason this is so popular is the atmosphere is great. And I'm straight, but obviously I look like a nerd.
You look a bit gay.
I look a bit gay. And also, because I was a bit of a nerd, I'm not really much of a lad, this was a place you could come and get drunk, and it was safe. As long as you weren't an idiot, everyone was always welcoming. And we'd often even go to Heaven, the gay nightclub around the corner, and me and my mate Dan would queue together, and the 2 girlfriends would queue behind and pretend to be lesbians. And then we'd go in gay and the gay club and just have a better night. So I've just had so many nights down here in different states of mind. Sober, 6 in the morning, definitely not sober, walking. You know when you're so off your tits, you're walking like the zombies from 28 Days Later. Like that one. This place here is called Balance. It just looks like a normal restaurant, but this is where everyone comes a lot of people come in the night, a lot of theatre people come, a lot of stand-ups come. The reason being is you can go in there and have, you know, like English breakfast, sausages,
I love that.
You can go in there at 2 in the morning and have an English breakfast. You'll see like media types in there, directors, producers, stand-ups, people that have like got the stage makeup hanging off their face. You never know who you're going to bump into. And also you can just go in there absolutely wankered and have like a Thai green curry. It's amazing.
Fucking eh.
I don't know. I don't think it even has opening hours on the door, does it? I don't know what the opening.
But it's like a lot of entertainment around the street. Like,
Oh man, this is like constant stream of zombies, like people off their tits walking up and down. It never gets quiet.
That's,
there you go,
suit.
Gimp. What I told you.
we found a gimp suit.
I said within a minute a Gimp will arrive, and there's one in the window. Okay, it's not an
That's
actual...
a cool gimp suit.
Mate,
though.
we could go out in that now and rep it, and it'll be absolutely
Nobody
fine.
will bat an eye.
If you go in a nightclub, you would see a guy does. In fact, one of the best nights I ever had in heaven was me and my mate Dan. We're just into the techno and the dancing. I mean, our girlfriends were there as well, and we were dancing under a podium. And I felt off the back of my head, and I turned around and there was a guy, buff as fuck, covered in oil. He went, "I'm really sorry. Can you pass me my whip? I've dropped it." And he dropped his whip on my head, and I said to pass him up, and it was just like nothing had happened. It was the best night out. Can you
pass me my whip?
I'm sorry, can you? But he was massive.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you pass me my whip?
So you're coming to Scandinavia, you're coming to Europe,
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Netherlands, Belgium.
It's going to be nice to visit Europe before we leave it.
Last Brexit show, huh?
Yeah.
So you're coming to Oslo the September 18th.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming. I gigged in Oslo before, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
They speak English better than me, it's very embarrassing.
And you got Chat Noir, great stage,
Yeah.
stage. And you're going to Copenhagen September 8th?
Copenhagen, I'm looking forward to. I've never gigged there. I've seen it, but I've never gigged there. So
Nice. And what about Stockholm, you been there?
never. I just imagine like there's a girl with a dragon tattoo and a detective solving a murder in a grey cloud.
That's exactly what it is. And that's September 17th. And then you're coming to Amsterdam. You've been to Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
Of
I've been to
course.
Amsterdam about 15 times.
Of
And I
course.
remember about 12 times.
Of course. And that's October 22nd.
Yep.
And at last you're going to Antwerp.
Yeah, Antwerp, I've never been. I've heard it's absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've never been. Have you been there?
No, never been to Belgium.
So I'm up for that. And of course, if we do lose them in the World Cup final, I won't be going.
Good luck, man.
Thanks a lot.
Nice
Take it
talking
easy.
to you, man.
I'm going to go and look around Prowler if you want to come with me.
I'll see you inside, man.
Yeah, let's go.